Chelsea delivered a masterclass of dominance over West Ham at the London Stadium, a performance so emphatic that even the Hammers' defense seemed like it had forgotten which league it was playing in. Nicolas Jackson didn't just score goals, he conducted a symphony of chaos in West Ham's penalty box. Meanwhile, West Ham boss Julian Lopetegui watched helplessly from the sidelines, perhaps wondering why he even left Spain for this. In a clash where Chelsea cruised and West Ham fizzled out, this 3-0 rout left no doubt. The Blues are back in business, and the Hammers are left picking up the pieces. The Blues come out swinging. The atmosphere at the London Stadium on September 21, 2024 was electrifying, at least for Chelsea fans. With the stands filled to capacity, West Ham fans hoped their side could shake off their recent woes and deliver an inspiring performance. However, it was Chelsea that hit the ground running. From the moment the whistle blew, the Blues took control of the ball, displaying slick passing and confident movement. Within the first 10 minutes, it became clear that Chelsea was in the driver's seat as they moved the ball around West Ham's half with ease. The urgency in Chelsea's play was evident. They were there to make a statement, and they did just that. Nicolas Jackson. 2 quick jabs and West Ham was staggering. Nicolas Jackson wasted no time in stamping his authority on the game. In just the 4th minute, he found the back of the net after a perfectly executed 1-2 with Jadon Sancho. The Chelsea striker managed to slip past West Ham's defense, which seemed lost and disorganized, a sentiment echoed by commentators and fans alike. This goal set the tone for what was to come. Jackson didn't let up. By the 18th minute, he had netted his second, taking full advantage of another lapse in concentration by West Ham's defenders. Jackson has now scored 5 goals this season, continuing his impressive run of form that has been key to Chelsea's resurgence. West Ham's unwanted history. This match marked an unfortunate milestone for West Ham. For the first time in their history, they lost their opening 3 home games of a Premier League season. Their defensive frailties were apparent throughout the match, as Chelsea exposed gaps with precise passing and quick counterattacks. West Ham's expensive summer signings seemed disconnected and unable to cope with the relentless pressure from the visitors. The discontent was palpable, with boos ringing out at halftime and many fans leaving early in frustration. This collapse put immense pressure on Julian Lopetegui, whose decision to substitute Rodriguez in the first half seemed like a desperate attempt to bring some stability to a side that looked anything but stable. Palmer joins the party. Just when West Ham thought things couldn't get worse, Cole Palmer struck. Barely 2 minutes into the second half, Palmer delivered a sensational goal following a through ball from Jackson, sending the Chelsea fans into raptures and leaving West Ham's defense looking shell-shocked. This goal showcased Palmer's growing influence in the team and justified Chelsea's hefty investment in the young talent. Palmer has now been directly involved in 4 goals this season, quickly becoming a fan favorite and a vital part of Enzo Maresca's tactical plans. The understanding between Jackson and Palmer was a joy to watch, and it's safe to say the young winger is living up to the hype that surrounded his arrival. Maresca's masterclass. Enzo Maresca's tactical ingenuity was on full display. Chelsea's head coach had clearly done his homework, targeting West Ham's vulnerabilities with surgical precision. After the match, Maresca spoke to TNT, praising his players for their discipline and execution of the game plan. He emphasized the importance of intensity, something Chelsea exhibited in every minute of the game. Under Maresca, Chelsea have now climbed into the top 4, and their performances are becoming more consistent with each passing week. Maresca's ability to adapt and innovate is turning Chelsea into serious contenders, and fans are starting to believe in their team again after what has felt like a prolonged slump. West Ham's defensive catastrophe. West Ham's defending during this match could best be described as chaotic. For both of Jackson's goals, the defenders were out of position, and their lack of coordination was glaring. The sight of Caicedo threading an easy pass to an unmarked Jackson for Chelsea's second goal highlighted just how poorly organized the Hammers were. For a team that spent over £120 million during the transfer window, West Ham's defensive setup seemed almost amateurish. The players failed to track runs, left gaps wide open, and seemed lethargic in their challenges. This lack of cohesion was evident not only to the Chelsea attackers but also to every fan watching the game. A glaring issue that Lopetegui will need to address urgently. VAR adds insult to injury. The referee's decision to deny West Ham a penalty in the first half after Wesley Fofana's challenge on Crescencio Somerville only added to their frustrations. Video assistant referee ruled that there was no sustained holding, much to the dismay of the home crowd, who desperately wanted something to cheer about. This decision felt like salt in the wound for a West Ham side already struggling to keep their heads above water. Lopetegui could be seen gesticulating furiously on the touchline, questioning how such a clear opportunity was overlooked. The VAR controversy was the final straw for many fans, who started to leave the stadium before the match had even ended. Boos and frustration for West Ham. By halftime, the atmosphere among West Ham supporters had turned toxic. Boos echoed around the London Stadium, and the frustration of the fans was clear as they saw their team crumble against their London rivals. Lopetegui made changes in a desperate attempt to change the game's momentum, but Chelsea's early second-half goal killed any hope of a comeback. By the 75th minute, the exodus of fans began, and it was a scene of despondency in the stands. The heavy investment in summer transfers, including Guido Rodriguez and others, had raised expectations, but West Ham's performances have been anything but inspiring, leading to questions about Lopetegui's future at the club. Chelsea's rise under Maresca. Enzo Maresca has started to instill a new philosophy at Chelsea, one that emphasizes pressing, possession, and fluid movement. The result against West Ham is proof that his methods are working. Chelsea has now gone 5 matches unbeaten, moving into the top 4, and are beginning to look like genuine title contenders again. Maresca has also brought out the best in players like Jadon Sancho and Nicolas Jackson, who seem to have lost their spark under previous management. With a solid defense, a creative midfield, and a lethal attack, Chelsea is slowly but surely becoming the team that rivals fear facing again. What's next for both teams? For Chelsea, the future looks bright. They have a Carabao Cup match against Barrow that should allow them to rest key players while still progressing comfortably. The following weekend sees them take on Brighton, a team known for their high-pressing, attacking football. Chelsea fans will hope that their team can continue this run of form and strengthen their position in the top 4. Meanwhile, West Ham's upcoming schedule is far from kind. They have a Carabao Cup match against Liverpool before traveling to face Brentford in another London derby. If Lopetegui cannot turn things around, his time in East London might come to a premature end, leaving the Hammers in need of yet another rebuild. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Chelsea's dominant win over West Ham, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you're always up to date with the latest Premier League action. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was this Chelsea's best performance under Maresca yet? Let us know. See you in the next one.